I never expected a stupid leadership program to change my life. But there I was, signing up for this thing just to pad my college app. You'll love it, Paul. My guidance counselor gushed. It'll be a great opportunity. Yeah, right, more like a great way to waste my summer. But then they dropped the bomb. We'd be spending a week in some podunk town 2,000 miles away. Now that got my attention. Pack your bags, kids, Mr. Johnson announced. We leave next month. Suddenly, I was itching to go. New faces, new place. Maybe this wouldn't suck after all. Little did I know I was about to meet someone who'd turn my world upside down. Just the night before we left, I couldn't sleep. My mind raced with possibilities. Who would I meet? What would happen? I had no idea what was coming, but something in my gut told me this trip was going to be one hell of a ride. The moment we arrived, they herded us to this bonfire meet and greet thing. I was ready to bail when I spotted him. Hey, I'm Logan, he said, flashing a smile that made my stomach do a weird flip. We got to talking, and damn, it was like we'd known each other forever. You collect stamps too? Logan's eyes lit up. No way. That's where I knew it. Hours had passed. We shared stories, jokes, dreams, everything. As the fire died down, Logan grabbed my arm. Let's hang out tomorrow, yeah? I nodded, trying to play it cool, but inside, I was buzzing. That night, I couldn't sleep again, but this time it wasn't nerves. It was excitement. Logan was different, special, and I couldn't wait to see him again. Little did I know, our connection was about to deepen in ways I never saw coming. Next morning, I practically sprinted to check the group assignments. There he was, Logan's name right next to mine. Talk about luck. Looks like we're stuck together, I grinned, nudging him. Logan's laugh was infectious. Oh no, what a tragedy, he joked back. Throughout the day, we were inseparable. During trust falls, I caught him every time. Dude, you're like a human safety net, Logan chuckled, shaking those curls of his. I helped him with the physical stuff. He helped me with the brainy bits. Perfect team. During a break, I noticed everyone seemed to know Logan. What's the deal? Are you the town celebrity or something? I asked. He shrugged, looking almost shy. I just like helping out where I can. That's when it hit me. Logan wasn't just cool, he was genuinely good. And I was falling hard for that goodness. As we walked to the next activity, I felt a shift. This wasn't just a friendship anymore. It was something more, something that both excited and terrified me. As the days rolled by, Logan and I got closer. One night, we snuck away from the group, finding a quiet spot by the lake. So, what's your story? I asked, skipping a stone across the water. Logan's smile faded a bit. Not much to tell. Parents died when I was young. Living with my grandma now. I felt like an ass. Shit, I'm sorry. He shrugged. It's okay. Gran's amazing. She's why I joined this program, actually. Wants me to be a prefect, help other kids. I watched him. Amazed, here was this guy who'd been dealt a crap hand, but instead of being bitter, he wanted to help others. You're something else? You know that? I said before I could stop myself. Logan looked at me, his eyes reflecting the moonlight. So are you, Paul. There was a moment, a charged silence where anything felt possible, but neither of us made a move. As we headed back, I couldn't shake the feeling that something had shifted between us. Something big was coming, and I had no idea if I was ready for it. The last night of the trip, everyone decided to sneak out. I was shocked to see Logan there. Mr. Goody Two-Shoes breaking rules. I teased. He grinned. Only came to see you. My heart did a somersault. We ended up at the lake again, stripped down to our boxers and dove in. The water was cool against my skin, but I felt like I was on fire every time Logan brushed against me. After swimming, we wandered off, just the two of us. So, any summer flings back home? I asked, trying to sound casual. Logan hesitated. Actually, I'm gay, Paul. I froze. Didn't see that coming. You're the only one who knows besides Gran, he added quietly. Why tell me? I managed to ask. He looked straight into my eyes because I trust you. Before I could process what was happening, Logan leaned in and kissed me. His lips were soft, nothing like I'd imagined kissing a guy would be. I pulled away, my head spinning. I can't. I'm sorry, Logan whispered, looking devastated. I wanted to say something, anything, but words failed me. We walked back in silence, the kiss hanging between us like a ghost. As I lay in bed that night, I couldn't stop thinking about Logan's lips on mine. What the hell was happening to me? The next morning was a blur, packing goodbyes, and suddenly I was on a bus heading home. Logan and I barely spoke, the awkwardness from last night still thick between us. As we pulled away, I realized I'd forgotten to get his number. Stupid. Hey, anyone got Logan's contact? I asked around. Blank stares. Who's Logan? Shit, how could nobody remember him? Back home, life went on, school, college, jobs. But I couldn't shake Logan from my mind. That kiss haunted. I dated girls trying to convince myself I was straight, but every relationship fell. Just late at night, I find myself searching social media for any trace of Logan. Nothing. Years passed. Logan became a memory. Hey, what if that gnawed at me? Then, 10 years after that summer, work sent me to a small town for a business meeting. As I drove in, something felt familiar. I said, the lake, the high school, holy shit. This was Logan's town. My heart raced. Could he still be here? After all this time? I pulled up to my meeting spot, a pet food company. Taking a deep breath, I stepped inside. And there he was. Logan, I choked out, barely believing my eyes. He turned, those familiar eyes widening in recognition. Paul, is that really you? We stood there, frozen, 10 years of memories flooding back. I'm here for a business meeting, I stammered. Logan laughed, a sound that sent shivers down my spine. Well, you're looking at the owner of this little operation. We shook hands, and I felt that old spark ignite again. Listen, Logan said, let's catch up after your meeting. Drinks? I nodded, probably too eagerly. The meeting was a blur. All I could think about was Logan. Later at the bar, the years melted away. We talked about everything, his coming out, my failed relationships, his grandmother's passing. I never forgot you, I admitted, the alcohol loosening my tongue. Logan's eyes softened, me neither. As we stumbled out of the bar, Logan suggested, remember that lake? My heart raced. How could I forget? We made our way there, the moonlight guiding us. Standing at the water's edge, I felt 17 again. Logan turned to me, his face serious. Paul, But I didn't let him finish. 10 years of repressed feelings exploded as I pulled him close and kissed him. This time I didn't pull away. The kiss was electric. 10 years of longing poured into one moment. When we finally broke apart, both of us were breathless. Wow, Logan whispered, his forehead resting against mine. Yeah, I agreed, still dazed. I've wanted to do that for a long time. Logan's eyes searched mine. What changed? I took a deep breath. Everything. Nothing. I don't know, man. Seeing you again, it's like no time has passed. We sat by the lake, shoulders touching. The silence was comfortable, filled with unspoken words. I tried dating girls, I confessed. It never felt right. Logan nodded. And guys? I shook my head. Never had the courage. You were always there, in the back of my mind. He took my hand and, intertwining our fingers. So what now? The question hung in the air. What now, indeed? I'm here for a week, I said. Maybe we could explore this? Logan's smile was answer enough. As we walked back to town, hand in hand, I felt a mixture of excitement and terror. This was uncharted territory for me, but with Logan I was ready to dive in. Little did I know, the week ahead would change everything. The next few days were a whirlwind. By day, I'd attend meetings. By night, Logan and I explored our newfound connection. We were at his place, tangled up on the couch, when I noticed a scar on his stomach. What's this from? I asked, tracing it with my finger. Logan tensed. It's complicated. I pulled back, sensing his discomfort. Hey, you don't have to tell me if you don't want to. He sighed, then met my eyes. Remember how I said I came out? I nodded, suddenly apprehensive. It wasn't exactly smooth sailing. Some guys, they didn't take it well. My blood ran cold. Logan, did they? He nodded, eyes downcast. It was a long time ago. I'm okay now. I pulled him close, protective anger surging through me. I'm so sorry. God, I wish I'd been there. Logan's lips found mine, soft and reassuring. You're here now, that's what matters. As we kissed, I realized something. This wasn't just attraction or curiosity anymore. This was deeper, scarier. I was falling in love with Logan. As a realization hit me like a truck. What the hell was I going to do when my week was up? The last day of my trip arrived way too soon. Logan and I were back at the lake, our spot, trying to make the most of our final hours together. So this is it, huh? Logan said, his voice thick with emotion. I took his hand, my mind racing. It doesn't have to be. He looked at me, hope and fear battling in his eyes. What do you mean? I took a deep breath. I've been thinking. My company's looking to expand. They need someone to oversee operations in a new location. Logan's eyes widened as he caught on. Paul, are you saying? I'm saying I don't want to leave you. Not again. Not ever. He pulled me into a fierce kiss, tears streaming down both our faces. But what about your life back home? He asked when we finally broke apart. I shrugged. My life's wherever you are now. As the sun set over the lake, we made plans. It wouldn't be easy, but we were ready to face whatever came our way. Together. 10 years ago, I'd left this town confused and conflicted. Now I was leaving it with clarity and purpose. Ready to go home? Logan asked, extending his hand. I took it smiling. I already am. As we walked away from the lake, I realized this wasn't an ending. It was a beginning, our beginning, and I couldn't wait to see where it led.